Good evening to you and welcome along to the continuation of day 3. We're almost finished with today's coverage. We have 2 medal matches to go though, here at the Arena Burgas in Bulgaria for the European Shooting Championships. What better way to spend your Friday evening than come along here to join us for our live coverage of the air rifle solo women junior. First of all, we have the bronze medal match and then the gold medal match will follow shortly afterwards. Well, we've had a great time here in Bulgaria so far, not just last week with the under-16s and under-18s, but also here as well over the last 2 days or so. Day 3 hasn't disappointed. We've got 2 medal matches still to come and 1 day to go. And I know, just in case you're thinking, well, the shooting's coming to an end, do remember that in a couple of weeks' time, we'll be off to Armenia for the 10-metre European Championships there. So thanks very much for coming along. What better way of spending your Friday night than right here with us?
Time. You are also ready? We're ready? The other ones?
Oh, here we go.
No way, I think. So when you are ready, referee is ready, our CRO is ready, and you're on. Athletes to the line.
So the athletes now have been called to the line. And first to arrive representing Ukraine is Maria Stashko, 19 years old, has competed at the World Championships in Cairo. Also has a bronze medal at the European Shooting Championships. That was in Győr 2 years ago. Took the bronze in the 10-metre junior final 2024. So here is Stashko. And Ukraine have had a decent visit to Bulgaria, not just this week, but also last week in the under-16 and under-18 competitions. Latvia as well haven't done too bad. There was a medal earlier on as well. And here comes Anete Tukiša. And Anete is 17 years old, has competed at World Cups and also World Championships. European Championships last year in Châteauroux, the Olympic venue, and also in Győr in Hungary 2 years ago, 2024. So the jury from Slovenia and Spain. And our CRO with the country code of CRO of Croatia. Here is Mr. Petar Plavčić for the final time today in command of this bronze and then gold medal match. So you can see the time there on Petar's watch, 18:24. We're deep into the evening here. And this is Maria Stashko versus Anete Tukiša. Ukraine versus Latvia for this 10-metre air rifle solo women juniors bronze medal match. Well, let's have a look back at qualification earlier today on day 3. Well, the qualification area is just on the other side of where we are here in the finals area. And is the qualification scores pretty close throughout the afternoon. But that's how Tukiša and Stashko in 3rd and 4th place ended up in this bronze medal match. Just edging out Pernilla Norvol, who's also had a decent visit to Bulgaria here. Has done pretty well across the medal matches and finals. Norway are represented though. Synnøve Berg will be up against Elif Berfin Altun of Turkey. So first of all, Ukraine versus Latvia in this bronze medal match, and then Norway versus Turkey for the gold later this evening. So it's the start of your weekend. It's Friday night here. And thanks for joining us live across YouTube and on Facebook. You can like and subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube. Likewise, make your comments of support on Facebook. Do share the videos with your friends and other shooting fans. So in this discipline, a 10.3 or higher will make a hit in this solo format. And it's the first of 15 hits who will take the bronze medal in this instance, in this bronze medal match. So Maria Stashko just checking the placement of the butt plate of the rifle just up against her shoulder and arm. And now just trying to get in some sighting shots. Anete Tukiša is the coach. And here's Anete Tukiša of Latvia, 17 years old. She was 6th in the 10-metre final here on day one. That was 2 days ago on Thursday. Seems like a lifetime ago in some respects. But we've had a great time here in Bulgaria so far. And now just drawing day 3 today to a close. Well, Siegfried Markanis has already guided Latvia to a bronze medal earlier on in the trio event. They went absolutely berserk, celebrating like they were taking the gold. It was wonderful scenes here. Well, we can now go behind the scenes earlier on. Here's the reporting area from earlier today. So there's Maria Stashko getting ready. And then out of the preparation area into and under the lights, getting ready now for the final. 10.3 or higher will register a hit. The 10 ring is just 0.5 of a millimetre wide, but let's just have a close look at the target and the 10.3 zone. So that gives you an idea of how accurate you need to be. 10.9 is the equivalent of hitting the head of a pin from 10 metres away. 10.3 is a decent shot as well. I mean, if you were in a 10-metre final and you averaged 10.3, you'd feel pretty good about yourself. So Maria Stashko just checking her footing. Balance and foot placement is just so crucial. I mean, the slightest movement here or there and a 10.3 can easily become like a 9.7. There's really not very much in it at all. So here we go with the bronze medal match, the 10-metre air rifle solo women junior, live for you here at the European Championships 10-metre juniors 2026 at the Burgas Arena in Bulgaria, and we're all set to go. So Tukiša just moving back ever so slightly, just to adjust her her aim and focus, manages to get the hit, goes one hit in front. So Latvia have the advantage. So breath control, so important. And the discipline of just going through your pre-shot routine each and every time. That's what makes the difference between competitors and champions. Who can go through the motions over and over and over again. And of course, come up with the goods, and he's come up with the hits just like that. So it's gone level, 1-1. Stashko of Ukraine. Nice confidence boost. Anete Tukiša, well, 17 years old, so not quite as experienced as Stashko. But this bronze medal match is level at the moment. Well, great shot from Anete and also from Stashko as well. We're level once again, 2-2 in this bronze medal match. Again, back through the motions, pre-shot routine, discipline, focus, breath control. You have to bring all of those things together, plus the mental concentration as well. There's the physical side. There's so much going on with both these athletes right now, but they just both make it look so simple and so easy. So Tukiša nearer the centre of the target, but in this format doesn't really matter too much. It's about getting the hits, about registering the 10.3 or more. Well, Anete takes the advantage once again here. And now has another hit, takes her total to 4. Well, another great shot from Anete. It really is just off the centre. And likewise with Stashko as well, that's really close. Well, such a high standard we've had here at the European Championships. It continues into this bronze medal match, gold medal match still to come. Well, another terrific shot from Anete. And Stashko likewise manages to match up, still one behind. Coaches stay rooted in their seats. Well, it's another terrific shot from Tukiša. Wow. Stashko this time just slightly north of centre. But we have a timeout. And Eiropas U-21 has now decided that it's time to take a break and get over and make some verbal coaching to try and get this medal match back on track. This is the only time in a medal match where verbal coaching is allowed. Now, it's not just for the coach that's called the timeout, also the other coach can go over and approach their athlete as well, as you've just seen with Siegfried Marcanis. So Eiropas U-21 takes her seat. That is her timeout and her one allocation of doing so. So Stashko, can she capitalise on the back of the timeout and come back into this final? Still only 2 hits behind, so it's not racing away just yet. But Latvia already have a bronze medal from the trio. I'm sure we'll be obviously trying to vie for another one. Well, Anete really is on form here. And Stashko with a hit. And keeps it within 2 hits. Well, Siegfried Marcanis, the coach. I'm pretty sure that's the other half of Maria Stashko. So Siegfried Marcanis keeping his cool. No timeout called for Latvia just yet because Anete is in front. Oh, right in the bang in the centre. Wow. Well, Maria Stashko must just be wondering what she's got to do here to try and topple this 17-year-old. What a display. What a performance. See, pellet in hand. She's ready. Ready to go. Well, it certainly looks to me it was at least a 10.8. So looks up and down at the target, just trying to get a fresh look. Well, she's done it again. Well, Anete Tukiša is cruising towards a bronze medal here. Still 4 points and 4 hits in front. Well, Well, Maria Stashko of Ukraine, if she's to come back into this, really now is the time to push the button and pull the trigger. Well, that's a valuable hit for the Ukrainian. Stays within 4. Tukiša, meanwhile, is looking dominant and in control. And the Latvians, well, they'll be flinging that flag around, I'm sure, should they get another bronze medal here today. Well, this is superb. 17 years old, and Anete Tukiša, well, is just making it look like she's been on the world stage for years. 92% hit rate, 13 shots, just the 1 miss, 12 hits. Well, the gap is now 5. Is this bronze medal slipping away from Maria Stashko? It looks like that is happening at the moment. Well, Tukiša has unusually made a miss, but Maria Stashko has capitalised on the fact the Latvian has missed, and a crucial, crucial hit. Maria Stashko now 4 hits behind. Just a reminder, it's a 10.3 or higher that registers a hit. Tukiša now back into winning ways. An exhale of breath after the end of that shot. I think she's just starting to feel a little bit of pressure here. And perhaps that's why she missed on that last series. But the gap again is 5. Just off centre, it's a hit for Maria Stashko of Ukraine, but Tukiša has done exactly the same, and almost a wry smile there. She knows she's now 1 away from a bronze medal, but more importantly, Latvia's 2nd medal of the day. So can the 17-year-old Latvian get over the line here? 1 more series win, and it's a bronze medal for Anete Tukiša. Well, that's it. It's all over. It's done. Latvia have their second medal of the day. They have their second bronze medal of the day. The Latvian flag held aloft. And in a few moments' time, Anete Tukiša will be able to celebrate as she inserts her safety flag into the rifle. It's been a great day for the Latvians. And she's actually very nonchalant and very respectful, actually, in those celebrations. Meanwhile, Maria Stashko did well, but not quite well enough, takes fourth place. And meanwhile, for Siegfried, the coach, a day I'm sure he'll remember. So 19-year-old Maria Stashko, fourth place in the 10-metre air rifle solo women junior. And Anete Tukiša, well, 17 years old, a very bright future ahead, and will be on the podium later on this evening here at the European Championships. So gold medal match to come for you. Now, we had an all-German affair with the men earlier, but not the case for the women later. So we'll bring you that live coverage, so do stay with us. Just before we get to the gold medal match, let's have a look back at the bronze medal match highlights. Well, first athlete to come out representing Norway for this gold medal match is Synnøve Berg, who actually competed at the Paris Olympics and is the European 10-metre champion from 2024, and also took a bronze medal in the 10-metre in Tallinn 2023. And now representing Turkey, we have Elif Berfin Altun, 19 years old. Has competed at World Championships and Junior World Championships, including World Cups, Junior World Cups, and she's been competing at European Championships since 2021. Osijek was her first. So when you think 19 years old, if she's been shooting for a junior over the last 5, takes her back to being 14 years old. Very impressive. So for the final time this evening, Petar Plavčić of Croatia will be our chief range officer. So we're moving deep into the evening. It's 6:50 p.m. here. And if you've just come along for this gold medal match, then hello and welcome to you. Norway versus Turkey at the European Championships 10-metre juniors 2026. And battling out for the gold medal is Synnøve Berg and Elif Berfin Altun. Well, if you've had a busy week, then this is the start of your weekend, and what better way to start it than coming along to watch the shooting. So Berg just checking her footing. Of course, your stance and balance, and I mean, in any shooting discipline, so important. But like this in rifle shooting, yes, the suit is there to provide that extra stability, but with that, of course, comes the narrow margin of error, which is so minuscule. And Jonas Edman, the coach, you can see just keeping an eye on everything that's going on. It's the coach's job just to keep an eye and call a timeout if necessary and at the right time. A lot of the time it's just to encourage their own athletes. Again, be able to jump in with some verbal instructions. Otherwise, as a coach, it's a non-verbal communication throughout the medal match. But also sometimes just as a disruption tactic, just to throw the other athlete off a little bit if they're cruising on or getting too far in the lead. And Murat Organ, another coach who just seems to guide young athletes not only to medal matches but also to finals and to podiums. I did joke with Murat earlier when I saw him in the, I said, again, you back here? Got nothing else to do but turn up for medal matches all the time. Speaking of the reporting time, we can have a look back behind the curtain and behind the scenes. So that was the reporting area. It's just there through that gap as the athletes then arrive into the finals area here. Just a reminder then, 10.3 or higher is what's required to take a hit. 15 hits in total will get you over the line and to the gold medal here. The centre of the target is 0.5 millimetres wide, which means if you do hit 10.9, right in the very centre, that's the equivalent of hitting a head of a pin from 10 metres away. Right, let's have a closer look at the rifles themselves. Highly customisable pieces of kit. Well, I hope you're ready. We're getting ready here. Welcome along to the start of your weekend. Friday evening here in Bulgaria. Local time just coming up to 6:55 p.m. If you'd like to follow us on social media, please do so if you haven't done so already. There's some QR codes just to help you along the way and make life easy for you. Well, Cinnaberg just almost like at school. Remember when you put your name on everything? But I suppose it's a great way of knowing which one's yours. So Tukiša, will they be waving that flag later? Well, either way, when you come into a gold medal match, you know you've got a silver. Norway, they'll have something to say about that, I'm sure. It's become such a regular occurrence, hasn't it, in a medal match. When you look at rifle, a medal match or a final, if there's not an athlete from Norway, you kind of think, huh, what? How did that happen? The Norwegians just continue to be so strong, not only in the senior events now, but like here in the juniors. So this is the 10-metre air rifle solo, women junior gold medal match. So Synnøve Berg, 18 years old, has achieved so much already. Has coaching also from Jeanette Justad. So Jeanette, if you're watching, hello. And it's Elif Berfin Alton who takes the first hit. 10.3 or higher is what's required in order to make the electronic target register the hit. The breath control and the shot prep, and just again keeping on top of not only your emotions, your mental focus, heart rate, all of that has to come together, plus then the physicality of it all. Almost did 3 of those in a triangle. Your mental ability, your physical ability, and also as well just your natural talent. Well, a miss for both, so it stays at 1-0. 15 hits is required to take gold. Well, this time it's a hit for both athletes. Great shot from Berg to try and come back at Alton. And there's a miss, so Berg has capitalised in retrospect of that miss. And it's now 2-2. Well, it's been a long day for some of these athletes, and now as we approach 7 p.m. Another really solid shot from Berg. That's not far off the very centre of the target. A 10.3 or higher is what's needed. And Berg goes into the lead for the first time. 3 hits to 2. Well, just bear in mind these rifles can weigh up to 5.5 kilos. Hence why the rifle rest is there. The rule states it can be no higher than your own shoulder. Well, Alton has got a hit and Berg has got one too. So each coach, just a reminder, has the opportunity to call a timeout. You don't even necessarily have to say anything about the timeout. You can just call the timeout and do nothing. Just let the clock run down. remember seeing Friedemann of Switzerland doing that last year in Osijek at the European Championships. It was one of the only times I've ever seen it. It was astonishing. Called a timeout, did nothing. But it's allowed. 4-4 now.
For the next competition shot, load, start.
We're level again, 4-4. Well, Berg once again first to shoot. It's a miss for the Norwegian. And this time Alton has gone in the lead. Turkey have had such a great time in Bulgaria, not just this week, but also last as well in the under-16 and under-18s. Well, Berg is back into winning ways. Likewise, Alton matches up and keeps herself one hit in front. Well, it's all feeling pretty tense here in the Burgas Arena, this huge, huge venue. Well, each athlete has matched each other once again. We saw this quite a bit throughout the bronze medal match earlier today. Latvia taking their second bronze of day 3 and their second medal of the actual European Championships as well. Well, Elif Anton still in front. And knows that, of course, as she goes into each shot. Just trying to do enough to stay in front. Meanwhile, Berg just has to keep on trying to hit the zone. 10.3 or higher. Doesn't manage it just there, but Alton does. Now goes 2 in front. Is that a timeout? Almost. Almost from Jonas Edman. Not quite for now. Meanwhile, well, I don't think Murat Organ is very relaxed at all, actually. Big intake of breath there and just feeling it. Apart from calling the timeout, then the coaches are helpless, really. I don't speak Norwegian, but I've got a good idea of what she's just said there to herself. Got a good guess. There's another miss for Berg. Is the occasion getting to her? She looks back to Jonas, I think, who's going to reach for the paddle and call a timeout. Here we go. Yeah, Edmund's done it. Paddle in the air. Norway, timeout, 60 seconds. Well, this is all looking pretty relaxed and jolly, isn't it? Meanwhile, Murat Organ also keeping his chat nice and relaxed. I mean, in terms of coaches, I think these two, particularly Edmund and Organ, they really are, I think, two of the most relaxed and chilled out coaches that you see out there. So Norway have taken their allocation of timeouts. Turkey still have their option to do so. But whilst Elif is 3 hits in front, I think Murat will just continue to sit on eggshells, really. He looks pretty nervous. Well, the timeout has had a positive effect. Berg has made a hit. And likewise, Alten has done the same. So Elif, Berfin, Alten now just 5 hits away. Berg has some work to do if she's to catch up. 3 behind. Now in this situation, Sineva could just do one thing. Let's just do her best. She's behind. She's got to keep going. It's a miss for the Norwegian, and it's a hit for Alten of Turkey. Now 4 in front. And is the gold medal slipping away as a chance for Berg to claim that today? She's going to have to settle for silver. Well, it's not over yet. And we have seen solo matches swing around. There's still enough series to try and peg this back. But more so for Berg. She makes a hit. Yeah, great. But she's got to hope then that Alten makes a miss, a 10.2 or lower. Berg just off centre, it's a hit. Oh, what a cracking shot from Alten. And Murat Organ, the coach, straight in there with the congratulations. And likewise, even the president of the Bulgarian Olympic Committee and Bulgarian Shooting Federation can't get enough of this gold medal match. It's so nice to see. So a 4-hit gap. Sineva Berg, the European champion over 10 metres from 2024. Currently with a silver medal as it stands. Berg with a hit, Alten with a hit, stays the same. The gap is 4, 13-9. Well, just the 3 misses from Alten. Shot ratio of 81% in terms of hits. That's impressive. Berg, that's solid. It's a hit. Alten looks as if she just managed to sneak in there with a 10.3. He knows it. Blows a sigh of relief. Berg with a hit, and this time Alten misses, and a wry smile. I think perhaps just knowing that She just snuck in with that last 10.3. That one wasn't quite enough. And it just gives Berg a glimmer of hope, but that's very tactical from Murat Organ. I think just to come in with a timeout and just try and disrupt any rhythm that perhaps Berg was going to start building on. It was fascinating to see these timeouts sometimes. You'd see the kind of chats that go on. Some of them are so serious, and then other ones just like that. You just think almost telling each other a joke. That's what it looks like from here. I think it's something along the lines of, I believe in you, you can do this. I might have a chat with Murat afterwards just to see exactly what he said, but it looked to me like it was definitely words around that kind of instruction. Like, come on, you can do this. Particularly when you're up against a Norwegian rifle shooter. I mean, they're so strong in the world of rifle. It's not only an achievement to get the goal, but also really an achievement to, as I said, brush aside a Norwegian rifle shooter. But again, like that, Berg just shows how good she is. And Berg now is within 2. Now Alton needs to hang on here, because Synnøve Berg is coming back into this gold medal match. As I've just been talking about, the strength of Norwegian rifle shooting and their mental strength as well is just, well, it's there to be seen now in front of you. We could have a battle on our hands here. We could have a very nervy finish to this gold medal match. Be a great way to cap off day 3. Alton is a hit, now is 1 away. Berg has made a hit as well, so she did all she could. And that's it, 15. She was 1 away and she's managed to get over the line. And Elif Berthien Alton becomes the gold medalist. And Synnøve Berg, well, she did all she could there. Best she could do was make a hit. She managed to do that, but has to settle now for the silver medal. Well, Synnøve Berg, 18 years old, still has some years ahead of her in the junior ranks. And also sometimes makes senior finals as well. And Elif Berthien Alton of Turkey now takes the gold medal. And also shows what strength and depth they've got in the Turkish squad. Well, that was sublime earlier, wasn't it, from Anete Tukiša, who was 6th in the 10 metres a few days ago. 17 years old, takes Latvia's 2nd medal of the day. They got a bronze earlier on in the trio, and now a bronze here in the solo. And for Synnøve Berg of Norway, it's a silver medal today. A valiant effort, but in the end, it was this rifle athlete that just had too much in the tank. Elif Berthien Alton. A love sign from the coach, Murat Organ. And that last time out, I think just called to perfection, really, just to try and disrupt any rhythm. And that gold medal match finished up 15 hits to 13. Bronze medal match, as I said, there was a real dominant display from Anete Tukiša. 15 hits to 9 against Maria Stashko of Ukraine. But a great way to close out day 3. And we'll have some highlights for you in just a second. And then already looking forward to tomorrow. Super Saturday. and day 4 here at the European Shooting Championships 2026. So let's have a look at the highlights then of that gold medal match. So that's how it finished throughout today on day 3. Poland with the first gold medal of the day in the air pistol trio men junior. And then for the air pistol trio women junior, more gold medals handed out. Then we switched over to the air rifle, and Benedikt Ascher, a dominant display over his own teammate. 2 Germans in that final, a gold and a silver. And then, as we've just witnessed in the air rifle solo women junior, Elif Berfin Alton just had enough to get past Synnøve Berg of Norway to battle her way to the centre of the podium. She'll take a gold medal later this evening. So there it is, Super Saturday, the final day of the European Championships for juniors tomorrow. We start at midday and run all the way through to 6:30 tomorrow evening. Do follow us on social media. You see the handles there for Instagram and for Facebook as well. It's Love is in the Air tomorrow. It's Valentine's Day. I know they're certainly doing something at our hotel. There's love hearts and all sorts of things all over the place. So maybe Murat Organ with his heart sign was just ahead of schedule there with Valentine's Day tomorrow. So join us for Super Saturday and the Day of Love here in Burgas, Bulgaria. From myself, Rory McAllister, from our entire crew, thanks for joining us today. Good evening to you, and we'll see you tomorrow.